and just I guess there was a young gal out of Nova Scotia that they said had the voice of an angel, and if it's okay with you, I think that you've got a voice of an angel. If that doesn't sound like something we should give accolades to young ladies with, but by golly, I think that voice of yours is just an absolute marvelous voice. And Kevin is sharing that talent with us, and of course sharing the joy of raising all of these funds, because he's able to share the hope along with all of the other CF sufferers. I don't know how many people are truly aware, Kevin, that you have cystic fibrosis.
Yeah.
We haven't made a great big deal of that in the past.
Sometimes it gets a little lost in the music.
Yeah.
But actually, I had something I wanted to say when I came out here, and this is a fundraising event for cystic fibrosis, and that makes us fundraisers. And we have a job, and that job is to make people out there understand what cystic fibrosis is all about. And I have a little story, actually, and it kind of ties in with all of this. And a couple of years ago, everybody will remember they made the movie called The Day After, which was about a nuclear devastation. And after watching the movie, a friend of mine turned around and he said to me, it is so strange that here's this situation where I can't do anything about it. There's these nuclear bombs. They're building more of them all the time, and at any time it could just be over, and I have absolutely no say about it. And I thought, what an interesting comparison, because cystic fibrosis is just like that. We have absolutely no say in what's happening, and the cystic fibrosis just continues to grow. And we, in a sense, are the fundraisers and the people out there who give us money. You are like the peace people for cystic fibrosis. You people out there have to help us control the situation. And it was an extremely interesting comparison, but you are the peaceniks of cystic fibrosis. And the thing is, unless we have your dollars, the cystic fibrosis will build up and build up to a point where we can no longer do anything about it, and so on. And yeah, we got quite a job to do.
We have a terrible job to do, and I think one of the impressions, Kevin, that I come away with this evening is that so many of the CF patients that we talked to last year have had rough years this past year, and you're no exception. You've had a rough year.
I've had a very tough year with cystic fibrosis. I've been very fortunate. Singing is a good exercise for me, and I've been capable of going around as long as I do my treatments and take my pills. Everything's been relatively okay. This year, cystic fibrosis decided it was going to take it was going to take all my attention, and so from October till about March, I wasn't doing any singing. I was at home. I was increasing my treatments. I was taking extra medication and doing everything possible to get the cystic fibrosis back under control, and I'm happy to say that I succeeded in that.
You are in a position to dream fantastic dreams with that fantastic talent that you have. You can dream of international fame and fantastic fortunes. Has this year made it more difficult to dream those dreams?
It's made me more aware of just what I have and what it is and so on. And I think the thing is, people often ask me, what's it like to have cystic fibrosis? And the thing is, if I was born blind, I'd never know what it's like to see. And because I've been born with cystic fibrosis, I'm not sure what it's like not to have CF.
Yes.
But being very sick this year made me realize, hey, it's a very serious situation, and like I said before, I have no control over it. And you kind of take every day as it comes. I was asked a question last week when I was out in the Maritime singing, and I was asked if I was frustrated, if I felt bitter about the fact that I had cystic fibrosis. And I looked at the person, I said, if somebody told you that you had a week left to live, you would take that week and you would do everything you ever wanted to do. And in a way, I see myself like that. I was given somewhat of an idea of what it was I wanted to do. I was given an idea of how much time I had, and I've just made the most of it. And the only thing that I can think of right now that I would still like to do is to live.
I can understand the frustration, and I can understand the bitterness.